Hey guys, Dubs Up OCE here. I'm going to do a video breakdown for my latest OCE, OCE number 6, Motion. um, I named it Motion because it was a really big test for me to do motion tracking for it, and I've never done first-person motion tracking because I had Boju and it made it way too complicated and stuff. Plus, you had to do all this keyframing of this like green solid that would make it so that it wouldn't motion track the gun and stuff, and you have to track it all the way through, and it just made it way more complicated than it needs to be. But if you haven't seen the OC, this is it. But so you can just check it out in the description. So here's all my compositions, and here's my video layers and stuff. And I'm not going to be going into too much detail on these things. I'm going to give you guys the novice stuff, a basic idea. If you guys want any more in-depth stuff, I can do a tutorial for it. Just tell me specifically what you want me to give a tutorial on. Like, even just comment below, and yeah. So I'm just gonna go through this main comp first, the easy stuff, like the stuff that's generally easy, and so right here, the beginning, so it's black and then it fades in. Yeah, that's kind of common sense. It's I took the first layer and keyframe the opacity 0, 100% right here, and then if it's hard to tell, but the audio also comes in, so it's negative 48 decibels here, and then it gets to 0 decibels at the same point as the video comes in, and same thing for the ending. I keyframed the decibels, not as far apart as before, but they're there, and they're negative 48 down here. So I mean, this stuff is like just really easy and common sense. And then also for the very last part of the video, I did that for this one, for these two frames. So I just made them fade out. This is my adjustment layer with magic bolt looks on it. So I just got a preset off the internet. It's this one right here, colorful over edit red. Yeah. This is my glow adjustment layer, I think. Yeah. It's the scanning effect you see here. Let me make this a bit bigger. So it's supposed to be a scanning effect. I did it kind of really fast, so it was hard to notice in the video, but that's just for future reference that I need to make it longer. So this adjustment layer is the CC vector blur. It's the grimy look you see here. See, I just boosted it up and then bring it down, take it off. Oh god, negatives, ew. But I'm gonna stop. These are radio fast blur for after I got the shot. It basically gives it a kind of cool bumping look with like these lines that come out. Let's see if I was to boost it up. Yeah, you see, it's those lines. It like gets the edge of the, I don't know, like whatever it is, and then like it gets like the edge of objects, like the edge of the sniper, and it boosts the, like it just makes these lines come out of it. So these three adjustment layers are like that. So I'm trying to speed through this so that we can actually get this done and upload in time. Oh, I got a 3 month of Xbox Live today, so that's good. Okay, so the next animation that's coming up is the Tron one. If I was to follow the video, that's what I'm going to be doing, because I don't know which order I actually did this edit in. So right here, this Tron light cycle coming in. So there's the Tron animation. Okay, so I should have put that in front. So what I had to do was take this running, and I used Control Shift D. Oh, What the hell? Oh no, Camtasia. No, stop this Camtasia. Okay, I can draw apparently. Oh, create a box. Okay. Um, sorry. Okay, well I guess I can't do that, but I edit. Oh God, layer. I don't fucking know. Control Shift D. It splits the layer. See how like this is split? Actually, I actually added that in, but I took the original video and then split it, and then split it at the end where I wanted it to stop, and then I enabled time remapping, made the comp bigger, and then Twixtered it, and then I had to render it out. See, like I had to do that for a lot of these things. So this is the one that I Twixtered it out, and then I I don't know, and even just slow motion running, or slow mo running, right here, this one. So I had to import that back in here, and then right click this. This is CS6. This is how you make it easy for CS6. But you track camera, and then when it's finished tracking, I click create camera right there, and then I there's a plugin to be able to export the camera, but I exported it to C4D, and then I went to Cinema 4D, set the thing as my background. I actually had it turned off though, because it makes it easier to go through the thing. Um, and here you can click the 3D camera tracker and see where the camera goes, and so it actually makes it a lot harder, especially for this camera thing. But I got this Tron light cycle from someone on the internet. I'll post his YouTube channel in the description. I can't remember his name. And then I took uh, two boxes. One's in the top of the back, and then one's at the bottom of the back. And then got a sweep nerve and a rectangle, and put the rectangle in between, and then had it facing like this. I hope you guys can see my mouse actually. And then got a bottom tracer and a top tracer, and then I set the parent of the top to, or yeah, I set this top box to the parent the sweep nerve, or the tracer nerve, or object, or whatever the fuck it is, and then same for the bottom one. And you have to have it in this particular order to get this effect, like the what are they called, tracer lines, I don't know. And then I added this effect, or made this material to add to it. You just add it, you apply it to the sweep nerve, but you do color, luminance, and then I went to transparency, and then it wraps around, so that's the bottom right there in the middle. So the bottom's got to be black, the top's got to be black, and then the in between has got to be a light gray, so it's transparent. And that's what makes it look like, yeah, that's what it looks like that. And then I rendered that out, which took like an hour, sadly. And then here it is, and I had to click on the layer, and okay, so my render settings in this, I set it to alpha channel, which should get rid of all the black, except like it'll even mask out what's black from the background to the guy right here, like that's his head right there. And like if it was just to get rid of all the black, it would get rid of him. But it is actually really smart. It's really smart in Cinema 4D, and it keeps him and stuff. Like it worked for my other one, my test. This little test here. Oh, go away, go away. See, like it's fine, but I didn't want to have to re-render it again, because I did render it like 3 times because I was trying to figure it out. But so I just went into here and added a color key, and then also added star glow to it so that it would give it a nice glowing effect. But the color key, I just set the black, or set it onto the black, and then set the tolerance to 0, edge thin to 0, and feather to like 70. And that gave this kind of weird shadow glow effect, and I think it looked fine in the comp. I mean, it would look better if I didn't have to do it, but yeah. So, and then I just applied it to the video, like matched it up and stuff. So, and then I had to. So here's a black solid, and it's I did have to keyframe all the gun, and up here when it gets later on, it gets to the door, so the bike isn't just driving through nothing. Um, and I could have done this stuff in Cinema 4D, like create something to look like the gun, or actually import a real gun and then have it the same angle, but that's a lot of work. And then just have a box sitting where the door would be, and then it would actually go behind the door, but that's just a lot of work, and I didn't want to have to do all that. And my girlfriend's texting me, hold on. Plus, it takes longer to render when you actually have the background. That's why I did a black background. So, see how it's keyframed to match everything and stuff for the most part. And then I set the Tron animation to alpha inverted for a track matte to the black solid, so that it won't show beyond what's black. And yeah, and then I had to reverse it for a frame, or for one of the parts of it. So I just did new copied all this. Well, actually, I don't know if I copied it, but I think I just copied it, and then you select it all, right click, time, time reverse layer, and it will reverse it. So next thing is the arrows that appear right here. These arrows come up. So I just had to animate this. So I just had it saying look up, and then I faded these in, the arrows in, and I got the arrows from a picture on the internet, and then I had them fade out at the right time. And then in this comp, I had to track matte it as well. I gave it a track matte right here. It's black solid. It's for the door again. So there it is, and it comes out from behind the door, and then shows. And I twixted it, and then to get the motion tracking again, I twixted it, rendered it again, and then like I twixted this part, rendered it, and then motion tracked it again, and then it worked and created the camera, and it really works really well. And you can, and then after you're done rendering that out, if you want to render that out, which I did later on for the zooming, the zooming things, the cameras or monitors on the fucking sniper, you can re-render or render it, and then timer map it to match. So it's just like syncing up the shots, like so. That was the arrow effect, or the arrow motion tracked. And then here, this got a little more complicated. The first one was really well. Like the first, oh, what? Oh yeah, okay, so, this was the first zoom in, or not, I don't know. I can't figure this out. Supposed to be, I don't know. But what I had to do, it was the same for every single screen that I did. I had to twixter it again, and slow motion it, and then render it out, and then camera track it, and yeah, so I had to camera track it, and then create the camera again. And so here's my screen there. I made these gray solids on the side, because gray is a more transparent color when you, so I set it to add in the main comp. I set the screens to add, and so they would be like see-through but not extremely. And when you have gray colors, they kind of appear as glass, kind of like they're not. If you have black, it's just going to be nothing there. It'll literally be nothing. But if you have gray, it gives it this transparent look instead of just nothing. Like it's not as 100% transparent. So I just I put this 3 in here, color it red, enemies on scaffold. I have this white solid with a grid generator, and I set the width and height sliders, and then set it to 200 each, and that gave this nice thing. And then I set it to green because I didn't want it to be white or black or anything, because I don't know, they just didn't seem like they would be too good like that. And then I have this orange solid for the background. I think my mom's gonna come in here and try to talk to me. And then up at the end here, I animated the enemy on scaffold to fade out, and then the three, and then I moved the position of the three. I keyframe the position of the three, um, to get and the scale to get bigger and center up and stuff. So see it's in the center, and then I copied this layer and just well, okay, yeah, I see here's the motion tracked and stuff, and so I animated the screen. Oh, so I had to animate the position, the scale, the orientation, and the opacity, because I have it fade in while also it's like getting to its right width, and then it gets to the height it's supposed to be, but it also rotates out, and I think it looks pretty cool like that. I don't know. And so that's that. And then I just copied this screen layer and then pasted it, and then changed the 3 to a 2. Well, so this is technically the, or no, I kept the 3, copied it, set it to a 2, set the opacity difference, so they fade into each other. And these are sometimes, like, you couldn't even notice these things in the video because of how, I don't know, the color or the hecticness, shit like that. So you couldn't really notice this stuff, but I went to detail even though it wasn't needed. So it just fades in like that, and then it's just normal. And so here's the screen going and stuff, like same process as the first screen. Screen number 2, same process. Screen 3, same process. And then after all that, okay, so let's see if there was anything I missed in the main comp. Sorry if there's anything I missed. I had, I don't know if there's anything I missed. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so right here at the end, after he takes the shot, I twixtered, and I have this. Where's it at? Okay, there's this plugin, not the plugin. The fuck, it's just a video of a circular fire, and it goes good on the scope, and so I keyframed that in there, made it the right size, and kept editing the scale and stuff. So let me find that layer real quick. Flame right there. So as you can see, I messed the scale, the position, and the opacity. Wait, what? Opacity? Oh yeah, because it fades out at the end. It fades out with the video at the end. And I just had to. It was my like minimal keyframing. I just had to keyframe it to keep track with the scope. I could have done that with motion tracking, but that's just more work that doesn't need to be done. And then after all that, I find it easier to render it with just the color correction and stuff first, and then open it back up, and oh gosh, then I made a new comp, another comp with the finished OCE. So like this is it, and it's just normal. And then I added an adjustment layer with real smart motion blur, and then I set the motion blur amount to 2.5, the background sensitivity is 100, and yeah, and then I rendered that out, and that was it. So yeah, just if there's any effects that you saw in here that you want me to like give you guys a tutorial on, just comment below and I'll do it, because I enjoy this stuff. And yeah, so yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching. Sorry, I was checking my text messages. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you want, and there'll be more in the future. Okay, thanks, bye.